Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching. It would mean the world to us if you could just scroll down, like, hit the subscribe button for the Snaps YouTube channel. It goes a long way towards helping us out. Now, let's dive into some college football. All right, let's talk next year. Article dropped on ESPN. The odds on betting favorite, shout out DraftKings, to win the national championship next year, the Georgia Bulldogs. I think it was like 17-4. Oh, I have it right here. 17-4. Alabama at 6-1. Ohio State 8-1. Michigan and Texas both at 9-1. Those are all your single-digit odds there. Right or wrong for UGA to be the betting favorite?
I mean, they should be up there in the conversation, obviously. I mean, there's some holes that need to be filled and figured out. But do they have the personnel? Is Kirby recruited to put together a championship team next year? 100%. And you return Carson Beck, you would anticipate year two as a starter to elevate himself to the reason why he came back. He views himself as a potential number one pick in the NFL draft next year. And I think a lot of us that know the quarterback position anticipate if he has a better season next year, that he will be in that conversation. So you have a top 5 NFL quarterback on your roster. You got good depth at all the positions on both sides of the football. Yeah, 100% they should be in the conversation. I think Michigan should also be in the conversation, but I think there's a couple question marks. Like one,
who all is Michigan losing though? I feel like they're losing a lot. I don't know that because I don't know the roster.
There's a lot of people thinking that JJ's leaving too, but JJ's not leaving.
No, I think JJ stays.
Like, oh, I think JJ stays.
But like Sanders still's gone, right?
Yeah, Corum's gone. I mean, they're losing a decent amount, but I think they've done a great job of building on both sides of the football.
They're losing the corner who, for some reason, I keep wanting to call fucking Lane Johnson, even though it's not. I think I actually did it earlier in the show as well. So yeah, I guess. And then if you lose Jim Harbaugh, if you lose Jim Harbaugh, like I can't give you the bit of the doubt to make you the favorite for the national championship. So
Alabama.
yeah,
I said this the entire season. Like Alabama, to me, this was their rebuilding year. They exceeded my expectations.
Oh, Will's coming back.
I thought this was a year that Alabama developed all that young talent. Let's not forget Alabama had the number 1 recruiting class in the country a year ago. Like they think set the record for like highest ranked class of all time. Those guys another year in. You get Jalen obviously more comfortable if he's going to be your guy next year.
Weird questions around Jalen right now, though, dude. The Alabama fans have turned on him hard.
I think that's a similar to what you just talked about with Jake Butt, where you don't let fans dictate what goes on in your program. I think Alabama next year is that's, to me, that was the year they're building towards. I think 2024 could be back to Nick Saban kind of flexing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting because we keep talking about the democratization of college football and all this stuff, but in the end, the song kind of remains the same. I think you nailed it. Georgia should absolutely be the favorite. Alabama should be the second favorite. That's where it gets interesting. This is Ohio State 8-1. I don't see that. I mean, no quarterback. We keep talking about Ryan Day stuck.
Well, they got Will Howard. But Will Howard lost his job.
Did I miss something? Is Will Howard like awesome? Why do people keep telling me, well, they got Will Howard? Like,
he looks good.
What is a name in which we recognize? Like, I don't know.
He's had some good moments, and now he's going to go to Ryan Day's school of quarterbacking.
I can't name a single Will Howard moment. But I don't know. Look, Ryan Day for a long time has been very good at developing quarterbacks. Michigan 9-1 again. Yes, the Harbaugh element though makes that weird. Texas 9-1. Yes, I like
yours
that.
Back.
Yeah,
lose some receivers though, but like Texas is recruited well. They'll get some kids in the portal. They'll be fine. The two that are kind of, I don't know what their rankings are, but Oregon with their quarterback transfer. I
was about to say Oregon at 12-1 feels like my favorite kind of longer odds play here. If I just want to throw some shekels on trying to win the Natty.
And what's Ole Miss at?
14-1. I just have way more trust in, I don't know, something about, well, more of like how it's built. I still think Ole Miss, I think they're going to be awesome. I think they'll make the 12-team playoff. I think they should. I think that should be the expectation. I still struggle. I mean, can you put together a group of mercenaries?
He's done it.
one win at the highest level, though, especially after what we just saw out of Michigan. That was a team forged over years and built with culture and everybody buying in. Can you microwave that in one offseason?
I think we're also getting the further
and you lost Quinshon Judkins.
I know. I think the further along you get into this new era of college football, I think the easier it is for kids in the locker room to understand what the expectations are when you go somewhere new. Like this is like, for those who have played in the NFL, like there's this understanding of this, like this, essentially this onboarding process of you're a free agent, you go to a new team, you get introduced, you jump right in, you get the playbook, you meet a couple of the leaders, and you're just essentially ingrained into that system, and it's go time.
Yeah.
The more that college football becomes like this minor league for the NFL, the more times these guys realize like this isn't taboo. This isn't weird that, we have 15, 20 new guys on our roster that aren't, true freshmen coming out of high school, but they're guys that are from the transfer portal that have come from different, like these kids now some of these guys have only known the transfer portal. But
the key difference is generally in those NFL situations, you've maybe had a couple players that have been there 5, 6
years. You're still going to have that guy. Look at Ole Miss. You're going to have a third-year starting quarterback in Jackson Dart.
Yeah, it is all shorter timelines though. But I feel you. I feel you. Whipmaster Hart, hold on a minute. Did T-Bob just try to pick UJ to return to the throne? Look, I think if we're just playing the odds, yes. This was Beck's first year. That was my big doubt. Beck's first year, and he proved a lot to me. And I think he'll grow in the way. B Bean says no love for LSU. I think LSU's interesting. I love the Blake Baker hire. They got a ton of positive momentum. Garrett Nussmeier's that guy. They just feel a little less complete than a lot of the teams they name. Like I think LSU's going to be on the edge of making that 12-team playoff. And we'll see if they can push through or not. J Frog, thank you for the $5 super chat. All right. We got to go here in a minute. So Aaron, give me your Final Four. Who do you think makes it Final Four next season? Way too early.
Way too early. There's a Final 12 next year, by the way. But who ends up making it to the last round before the championship?
Okay. You know what? That's that's better. Let's pick 12 fucking teams that are going to make
what they're going to do next year.
I know, but that'll be such good audio. Let's sit here and argue whether or not Clemson
I was just making sure
Oklahoma is going to be the top.
I was just going to make sure that you knew that we were going to a 12-team playoff this year. Just making sure we're all on the same page here. That's all.
Okay, that's fair. I don't want to. I don't want to be misconstrued. 4 teams. Yeah.
Georgia, Bama, Oregon. God, I feel like I'm picking it's all SEC and Big Ten.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ole Miss.
So but see, it feels a little unrealistic for 3 teams from the SEC to all not meet up with one another in the playoff, right?
Yeah.
So if I wanted to do this, I kind of want to cheat a little bit, and I want to say 2 of the 3 out of UGA, Alabama, Texas. One probably eliminates the other along the way, and then I'll put Oregon in. So I'm at 3 teams.
So who are the 3 though? Georgia, Alabama,
So
Oregon?
Georgia, Alabama, Texas. I have in a 3-team grouping. 2 of those 3, any combination of the 2.
You have to fucking pick.
No. I just did it.
I need you to pick 2.
Did it. It's my show. Yeah, it's my show.
Stupid. I'm going to pick 4 teams, and any combination of these 4 are going to get it. No, I'm not letting you do that.
Shit. Fine. Georgia, Alabama, Oregon, and
all right, so we have 3. We have 3 similar ones. Penn State, baby. Penn State. Come on, do it.
No, I kind of feel Michigan. I'm kind of feeling Michigan. But then what about Will Howard? Well, I don't know. No.
Quinshon too. Don't forget Quinshon's going to Ohio State.
Oh, I didn't actually know that. Okay, that's pretty beast.
Yeah.
No, I'll go Michigan. I'll go Michigan as my 4th. Why not? They've lost 1 game in 2 years.